just የቻምበሩን ኤሪያ ነው ያደረገው ግን እውነት የቅጠሉ የቻምበሩን ግማሽ ያህል እንትን ሸፍኖ ነበር አንድ ሶስተኛውን አንድ አራተኛውን ምን ያህል ገምቱ ብትባሉ ምን ያህል ሸፍኖ ነበር ትላለህ
አንድ አራተኛው
አንድ አምስተኛውን
አንድ አራተኛው probably
a quarter okay ስለዚህ የ6 ሴንቲሜትር አንድ አራተኛውን እንውሰድ እንግዲህ yeah it's 1/4 of 6 okay let's do that would be 1/3 okay
constant ላይ ሄደ 6 ሚሊዮን
so let's go back to area constant leaf area ሚሎጋ surface area ሚሎጋ እንሂድና let's say way 2 way 1.5 way 2 አድርገው እስቲ ገብረክ let's try 1.5 you're gonna show 3 yeah okay so let's go back and see how much assimilation changed because 0.8 አሁን okay ስለዚህ ከ0.8 ነበረ ወደ 1.2 ምናምን
ሞልተው ታልኮሌሎች ቻምበሩ ከሞላ ችግር የለም ሌሎቹ ማግራት ታሎች ኮሰናት ያለበት
መብራት ጠፍቶብን ነው እስራኤል እንግዲህ አሁን ተመልሰናል እስቲ እንግዲህ
መብራት ጠፋ
አሁን ተመልሷል
ኦኬ
ስለዚህ ሁሉም ሰው እስከሚከፍት ትንሽ ጠብቁ
እሺ እንታከሳለን
እስከዛ ግን
ቀደም እንደሱ ነው የሆነው ወይስ ቀደም ኔትወርኩ ነው ኦኬ go ahead
እስከዛ ጥያቄን ጠይቀ አሁን በ3 ትሪፕሊኬት ያያችሁት ውጤት የሶስት የተለያየ ቅጠሎች ሜዠርመንት ነው
ኦኬ
የመጀመሪያው በጣም ሰፊ ቅጠል ነው ስለዚህ ሙሉ ኤሪያውን ያካትታል በ9 ነው የተሰራ ማለት ነው ኦልሞስት ወደ 6 እንቀይረው ራሱን ይችላል ማለት ነው የሁለተኛው ደግሞ ከዛ መለስ ይላል ግን half of እንትኗን ቻምበሯን ይሞላል ዜን ሶስተኛው ላይ ምንድነው የሞከርነው ሳር ጤፍም ልንሰራ ስለምንችልን ሳሮችን ሳር ነው የሰራነው ስለዚህ ሶስቱ ኮንስታንት ላይ ገብተን በተለያየ ዳታ ብንሰጠው ምን ችግር አለው
okay still
ኮኔክሽን ጠፋ መሰለኝ ኮኔክሽን ወጣ እንዴ ኮኔክሽን አለ ግን ኮኔክሽን ወጣ አይደል ሲቆይ እንደገና ሪአክቲቬት ያደርጋ
yeah
sorry ኮኔክሽን ሪአክቲቬት ያደረገ ነበር ለዛ ነው በመሃል
ኦኬ ስለዚህ እየጠየቅኩ የነበረው አሁን የምናየው አንድ ፋይል ውስጥ ሶስቱ የተለያዩ ያሉትን ነው የምትነግረኝ ወይስ የመጀመሪያ 31 32 እና gr1 የሚሉት እንደዛ ነው የምትለኝ ይክበር
አሁን እያየነ ያለ ፋይል ሶስቱ የሶስት የተለያየ እንትን ነው ሜዠርመንት ነው የተለያየ የዛፍ የተለያየ ስፒሺስ እነዚህ የምናያቸው ውጤቶች አሁን ሶስቱ የተለያየ ስፒሺስ ናቸው ስለዚህ
Okay. Yeah, I think generally ሊሆን ይችላል። እስቲ ላማክራቸው እነሱ ልጠይቃቸው።
እሺ
So he was asking, they have 3 different technically species in the same file. So the first one filled the chamber, the second one about half, the third one is it the first one that's the grass, or is it the last one?
አሳያቸው እስኪ።
So there was one that, that is grass that did not fill. There was one that sort of semi half filled, and then the first one, I thought the first one was the one that was fully covering the chamber. But he's saying, can we do that in one file and give different
አሳየው።
area? Yeah, okay. Yeah, you can change the area
In fact,
for
one
each.
one of the recommendations would be, Elizabeth went through yesterday how to set up prompts where you could set up user prompts where you ask for, one of the prompts as you have here is species, but you can also be prompted for some of these other constants. So for instance, if you are going to combine data where each observation in the data file is going to be on a different species, where some you may fill the chamber, some you may not, then you can actually add leaf area as a prompt. And we can show you how to do that. It's very simple to do. So if you want to try to estimate leaf area as you go, you can do that. Again, it's probably best to try to fill the chamber or to really accurately measure leaf area when you're done. But if you do want a more representative area, gas exchange values as you collect the data, you can be prompted for leaf area as you go. So you remember to enter that while you take measurements.
እዚህ ላይ አንድ እንትን ስንል
Are there any other questions about this?
ሌላ አንድ ጥያቄ አለን እስራኤል።
Sure, they have one more.
ለምንድን ነው አንድ ዳታ ላይ የገባ መሰለህ ስንለካ የተለያየ እንትን አንድ ዳታ ውስጥ የገባብን ዳታ ሎግ ፋይል ውስጥ ገባና እየሰራን ስንሄድ ተመልሰን ሌላ ስክሪን ለማለት የሆነ አቃተንና በዛው ላይ ቀጠን ሌላ ፋይል እየሰጠነው ዝም ብለን።
ምንም ችግር የለውም።
ስለዚህ ምንድነው እሱ ላይ አንድ ብታሳዩን አንድ ስፒሺስ ለክተን የዛን ሴቭ አድርገን ተመልሰን ሌላ ስፒሺስ ጋር ስንሄድ እንደ አዲስ ምንጀምርበትን አንድ ብታሳዩን ደስ ይላል።
ኦኬ ያ ግን እንደዚሁም ቢሄድ ችግር የለውም። ምክንያቱም አሁን ኦልሬዲ እንዳየኸው ስፒሺስን እየጠየቃችሁ ነው። ኤቭሪ ሜዥርመንት ላይ ስፒሺስ ምንድነው ስለሚል you have the record ግን just ፋይሉን ለአንድ ብቻ ማድረግም ከፈለክ we can go through that. They wanted to see how to close the file and start a new one, so they said they wanted to do that but they couldn't remember where the closed file was. So that's kind of how all the species ended up in the same file. So if you could go over that one more time.
Yes, so we can absolutely talk about that. We can talk about how to do that. So let me connect to my instrument and let me share my screen. Okay, there we go. There's my screen. Okay, so hopefully you are now seeing my screen with VNC. So if we want to have a log file that's open and we close it and we open another, we're going to go over to log files. And I'm going to open a new file. And it's
sharing, but I think ሁለቱም share እያደረጉ ስለሆነ you have to change. Maybe ገብረ ኪዳን can you stop sharing for a moment?
ሸር አታርጋቸው አንተ።
ሁለቱም share እያደረጉ ነው እና ከላይ change ማድረግ አለብን። አሁን I can see both, ግን if he stops, I think yeah. Can you see her screen now?
No.
በቃ ሸራቻ አቁማርኩኝ
እሱ አቁሟል። ገብረ ኪዳን አቁሟል አሁን። Can you stop and share again, Elizabeth?
Absolutely. Okay.
That's good.
Better?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Okay, so what we can do is I have opened a log file and now I'm going to log a measurement. Just going to push a button. And here is one of the places. So if we wanted to log leaf area, we can either put this in the user defined constants, but also if we go over to the gas exchange option here, we can do that. So we can tell it that we want to change our leaf area or something like that. And the other thing that is nice that I don't think we've talked about yet is that if you know the leaf width, especially if you're working with teff, which is a narrow grass, trying to determine the area of a grass, the area of part of a circle. It's probably been a little while since we all took geometry class, and so we probably could remember how to determine the partial area of a circle. But the other thing that we can do is if you measure the leaf width, you can take a ruler or your cell phone, and you can say, oh, that leaf is only 1 centimeter wide. And then in that case, you see that I changed my leaf width to 1 centimeter, my little graphic changed here, and my leaf area changed to 2.7. So it's not actually measuring the leaf area for you, but in the case of working with leaves that are the same width from one side of the chamber to the other, you can tell the instrument what that leaf width is, and then it will calculate the leaf area for you while you're taking the measurement. So that's another nice thing, especially for your small, narrow grasses. When I was working with the LA6400, I used to work with onion, which has long, narrow leaves. And so we would do this ourselves. We would determine the area and figure out what the leaf width was from that.
Can I add something? ይሄን ፊቸር አያችሁት? እንትኑ የሊፉ ወደ ጎን ስፋቱ ካልተቀየረ ከቻምበሩ መጀመሪያ እስከ መጨረሻ ይሄንን ጀስት የጎን ስፋቱን ብቻ ብታስገቡ መሳሪያው ራሱ ሊፍ ኤሪያውን ኤስቲሜት ያደርጋል። ስለዚህ እንዲህ እየቀጠነ ማይመጣ ከሆነ እና ቀጥ እንዳለ ስፋቱ ኮንቲኒዩስ ኮመን ከሆነ ይሄም another approach ነው ሊፍ ኤሪያውን ለማስተካከል። እንደገና ቀደም እንዳልከኝ በየስፔሺሱ እዚህ ጋር እየመጣ ልክ ሎግ ስታረግ እዚህ ጋር መተ ሊፍ ኤሪያውን ማስተካከልም ይቻላል። እንደሱ ከሆነ እያንዳንዱ ሜዠርመንት የራሱ ሊፍ ኤሪያ ይኖረዋል ማለት ነው። Okay. Go ahead.
Okay, and then I'm going to press continue. Why did it not log? Interesting. I'm going to go ahead and tell it to log again. I believe I have lost connection to my instrument. So I'm going to go ahead and try to disconnect and reconnect because I can see that nothing is updating here. So maybe I'm going to go ahead and turn my instrument, there we go. Maybe it didn't like being asleep. There we go. It wouldn't let me log a data point while my instrument was asleep, which sort of makes sense. So what I'm going to do is I've logged my point. Now I want to close log